My name is Andrea, and I want to talk to you about that idea you have that it's all hopeless and, losing weight and dieting and getting into shape is just too big of a mountain to cross. And you're just like, I don't even know where to start. And the thought of doing it terrifies me, so it keeps me frozen. It keeps me frozen from doing anything. And I totally understand this way of thinking because there was a time in my life where I was completely overwhelmed with the thought about how do I do all of this? How do I change my whole body and how do I lose all this weight? And that fear paralyzed me for a long time, for many years. And this is how I started thinking about it that changed everything for me. I stopped focusing on that goal that I was determined to reach or that goal I had in my mind. The first thing I did was I stopped weighing myself. The weight thing, you need to throw that away because it's an obsession with a number that's on a scale. And there's so much involved with, like, if it's good, you feel good that day. If it's bad, you feel horrible that day. And that you just need to stop weighing yourself, because weight is also a very bad way to determine if you're healthy or not, because as you're building muscle weighs more than fat, and you can have a lot of muscle and weigh more than you look like you have, but you're very compact and you're very small. So the idea of weight is completely wrong. So don't look at your weight anymore. And also realizing that it's not all gonna happen like that, and it's a journey that's meant to be enjoyed. It's really crazy from where I sit right now, but everything I've learned through losing weight and getting healthy are the best gifts that I have ever given myself. I learned so much about what really makes me happy, about what feeling good in my body really feels like. And I used to think that I wanted pizza and french fries and chocolate every day, but it turns out that those were keeping me from my true happiness. And I know that it's overwhelming to think of giving up everything that you love at once. And that's why I say begin to replace these things in your life with positive habits. Don't think about everything you're going to cut out. Develop new positive habits. Say you want to become more active. Getting active, like going up and down the stairs in your apartment building or at your office building on your break, like just walking up and down the stairs, and then really check in and say, how do I feel? You're going to say, like, wow, moving feels good. It feels good because I get to move my bones around, and I feel more flexible and light, and also detoxing. Exercise is so much more than just losing weight. It's about getting rid of toxins in your body. It's about lowering your stress levels. So bringing positive habits into your life, you're going to choose these positive choices, and you're going to say, wow, this is a blessing. This is a gift. It feels good to give health to myself. And don't worry about all those bad habits that you're supposed to cut out and you're going to have to live without and all that stuff. You'll let go of that when you're ready. And what happens is all these new positive habits, you begin to want them instead of all your old negative addictions. It feels better to exercise, to take a walk, than it does to eat a sugary dessert after dinner. It starts to feel better and you start to make those choices. And it really is the choices you make today decide who you are right now. That feeling of being overwhelmed, like I have to change my whole life and my whole body, you are constantly making new cells. Your cells are being born and old cells are dying, and you get to decide what these new cells are made of. You can choose nutrition today, and these choices that you're making are what these new cells are going to be made of. Eventually, all these new cells full of health and life and nutrition, they begin to outnumber all the old cells that were full of all the chemicals and the diseases and the toxins and all that negativity. And it's a gradual change because you are constantly changing throughout your entire life, whether you like it or not. participating in how you change. That's where the empowerment comes from. And you get to decide who you are today, and the choices you make today decide and influence who you are going to be for the rest of your life. And eventually this new person takes over, and the new body to have and to support this new lifestyle. So don't worry about thinking you got to let everything go all at once. They're just choices, choosing health, choosing positivity, one choice at a time, one moment at a time, just focusing on the now. And remember that the longest journey begins with a single step. And by just listening to this video today, just getting information, you're making a choice. You're choosing health. You're choosing life. And I believe in you. I know that you can do this. And I've got a lot more to share with you. I hope you check out my website, www.amazingbodynow.com.